Hi, thanks so much for joining me. So this is part 3 of my 6th grade homeschool haul. So this is going to be pretty much all of my daughter's readers. She's actually going to join me in this video to kind of help me go over the books. And so basically, I put them in different categories, and this is going to be the majority, if not all, probably not all, of the fiction she'll be reading, and not like historical fiction, classics, picture books, graphic novels she'll be reading for the 6th grade year. I'm still doing a little bit of shopping for some random things, and if I have enough of those items, I'll do a 4th part of the haul series, but I think this might be the last one because the rest of it I might just include in that big 6th grade curriculum video that I tell you guys about in the future. So this is the first book. I really wanted her to read more classics for 6th grade, so we have another one like this. It's this is a Jungle Book. It's Mina Lima, how do you say that?
Mina Lima edition.
Yeah, it's illustrated by them. It's like a illustrator.
And the author is Rudyard Kipling.
So my daughter picked this one. I asked her, they had different ones of this this by this illustrator or illustration company. And so we have The Wizard of Oz, and then she picked The Jungle Book.
Yes.
So she will be reading this, and we will show this more in depth after she reads it, but it has like all these interactive elements, and that's what's great about these. Wow, this is cool.
Yeah, it's like it's a rifle.
That's the snake from the book. So it has all these fun interactive elements of this classic
and illustrations
story. Okay, so that's the first book for her independent reads. And then continuing with classics, we have this. It's
The Railway Children by E. Nesbit. Roberta, Peter, and Phyllis don't realize how happy their life in London is until their beloved father goes away unexpectedly. They move to a simple country cottage with Mother and befriend the local railway porter who goes by the name of Porks. But even though they have many exciting adventures, the mystery remains. Where is Father, and will he ever return?
So this is a classic that, it has some illustrations that her and I, neither one of us have actually read this one, so I thought she could try it. And then same author.
E. Nesbit. This one's called 5 Children in It.
Okay, so this one, let's see.
Playing in the gravel on a hot summer's day, 5 children dig up a grumpy, furry creature with eyes like a snail and ears like a bat. It's a Samid, an ancient sand fairy with the power to grant the children one wish a day.
Okay.
That might think would be a dream come true, but you need to be very careful what you wish for.
So this one like a little bit more like has like fantasy elements, and I thought she would really like this, so I'm gonna probably try it too. And then continuing with classics.
This is Mistress Masham's Repose by T.H. White. So 10-year-old Maria, the orphan mistress of
That's a hard name.
Malpalaquet, discovers the secret of her deteriorating estate. On a deserted island in its far corner, in a temple long ago named Mistress Masham's Repose, lives an entire community of people. The people, as they call themselves, all only inches tall.
Okay, so basically, yeah, it sounds interesting. It also has illustrations. It's just another children's classic, originally written in 1946, I believe. Okay, so those are kind of like more of like the classics, and then so these two are by the same author.
They're both by Tove Jansson. This is The Moomins and the Great Flood and Comet and Moominland.
So these, I showed you guys in a previous haul for 6th grade that I bought her a author illustrator book, and one of the illustrators featured in that book is her. And so I wanted to introduce her to this, to her work. And I've been interested in reading, this is a series, so this is like more like a picture, this is a picture book. And I think it's like sepia watercolor. So this is the first one I believe that she ever made, if I'm correct. originally published in 1945. So this is one of the illustrators my daughter will be studying. So this one is a middle, I don't know if you call it a chapter book or like middle grade-ish illustrated book by the same author. And this one is a series. So I just got the first one to see if she likes it, and then if she likes it, we'll continue. But then they also have, I want to try it too. So this is like all the cute little, cool little characters from the land. And yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, these are all the ones. So that one's also, you can say, kind of classic. And then the next 3 books, I'm going to tie these into writing because I want her to do some writing assignments in line with these picture books. So this is
What Do You Do with the Problem by Kobe Yamada.
What Do You Do with the Chance? Same. These are all by Kobe Yamada.
Maybe.
By Kobe Yamada. So these 3, we have What Do You Do with an Idea, right?
Yes.
And so I wanted to get the whole set. And these are for a variety of ages because it's a traditional picture book. But even though she's 11 and I'm an adult and I love picture books, so I thought it'd be fun to incorporate some picture books. Also in line with the fact that she wants to be an illustrator possibly as one of her, possible careers, architect and illustrator. I might get a 4th one, but I'm not sure because we already have another one. So I might just pull that one, What Do You Do with an Idea, and include it. I think that's what I'll do. But he has a bunch of books. Okay, so now let's do the graphic novels.
So this is Amulet by Kazu Kibyushi.
Book 1 of a series, The Stone Keeper. So this one, let's see, does it have a synopsis? Yeah.
There's something strange behind the basement door. After a family tragedy, Emily, Nathan, and their mother moved to an ancestral home to start a new life. On the family's very first night in the mysterious house, Emma and Nathan's mom is kidnapped by a tentacle creature.
Okay, so it sounds like it has some, what, is it like mystery and...
Slightly fancy.
Slightly
I saw
fancy.
some like water spirits in there.
So another thing she will be probably doing, what she's doing now for 5th grade, is making her own graphic novel. And I think, do you want to, is that one thing you chose to do for 6th grade?
Yeah.
You want to make another graphic novel?
Yeah.
So she's going to be doing another graphic novel. So I'm going to get her, that's one thing I didn't include in this haul. I need to get her a graphic novel template book. Okay, so this one is...
Lightfall, The Girl in the Galdorian by Tim Pogle.
So this is just another graphic novel.
Deep in the heart of Orpa stands the salty pigs, Tonix and Tinctuals, home of the wise Pig Whistle and his adopted granddaughter, Bee. As keepers of the endless flame, they live a quiet and peaceful life, crafting medicines and potions for the people of the once prosperous world.
Yeah, so it has like a pig wizard and like all interesting things. So this one's kind of is it kind of like fantasy-ish
Yeah.
too?
I really like the illustrations in that. They're kind of like cute.
Okay, so that was the 2 graphic novels that I settled on so far. And now we're going to talk about kind of the historical fiction books, historical fiction-ish, or if they're they're either technically historical fiction or they take place in a certain time frame. But yeah, so this is going to go along with history, but then again, they're still going to be part of her independent reads that she reads every day on her own. So this is...
The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Boo Bannacle Bradley.
So this is a middle grade fiction novel, and let's see.
10-year-old Ada has never left her one-room apartment. Her mother is too humiliated by Ada's twisted foot to let her outside. So when her little brother Jamie is shipped out of London to escape the war, Ada doesn't waste a minute. She sneaks out to join him.
Yeah, so let's see. This takes place during World War II, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so this is the first like historical fiction. And then the second one is
The Davenports by Crystal Marquise.
so this is, let's see, I think this is based on, I think a real family. The Davenports, one of the few Black families of immense wealth and status in the changing United States. The entrepreneurship of William Davenport, a former enslaved man who founded the Davenport Carriage Company years ago. So basically, I think this is YA. And yeah, so this will be one of the books she reads. And then the next one is,
Paper Wishes by
I think
Louis Sepal.
it's hard to read with this font.
Louis Sepalban.
Okay, so this is also like a middle grade fiction.
10-year-old Manami doesn't realize how peaceful her life is on Bainbridge Island, Washington, is until the day it all changes. It's 1942, shortly after the Japanese attack in Pearl Harbor.
I thought that would be, we're going to be definitely talking about that in history. So then the next one is
Midnight Without a Moon by Linda Williams Jackson. It's Mississippi in the summer of 1955, and 13-year-old Rose Lee Carter can't wait to move north, following the footsteps of her mama and her aunt. But for now, she's living with Ma Paul and Papa. Her grandparents are sharecroppers on a cotton plantation.
So, a few towns over, 14-year-old African-American boy Emmett Till is killed for allegedly whistling at a white woman. When the killers are unjustly acquitted, Rose realizes that the South needs a change and she should be part of the movement. So this is also a middle grade, and I love the cover. It's beautiful.
Next up is Ophi's Ghost by Justina Ireland. Ophelia Harrison used to live in a small house in the Georgia countryside. But that was before the night in November 1922 and a cruel act that took her home and her father from her, which was the same night that Ophi learned she could see ghosts.
Okay. So yeah, so this was based in 1922. So that was like the historical fiction, timeline books. And then now, these are just more like a random middle grade fiction I picked. Now, this is a Gilded Girl, which I also believe takes place, I don't know if it's like the Gilded Age, if that's why it's called the Gilded Girl. I didn't read too much. Oh, yeah. Well, this starts in 1905, so I didn't know if it was like historical fiction or it's like, yeah, okay, but this is...
Miss Posterity's Academy for Practical Magic is the best kindling school in New York City, and wealthy 12-year-old Emma Harris is accustomed to be the best. But when her father dies, leaving her penniless, Emma is reduced to walking off her debts to Miss Posterity along Izzy, the fearless servant girl.
So I read, I think someone said it's a retelling of Little Princess, but I'm not entirely sure, but it possibly is. Sounds interesting. Okay, let's quickly go over the last three.
A Tale Magnolias by Suzanne Nelson.
The Adventures of an Orphan, Her Elephant, and Some Rather Unusual Seeds. So this one... Nitty is an orphan and a thief. Magnolias is an elephant and a fugitive. When fate brings these two unlikely friends together, they set off on an unexpected journey. So yeah, it sounds interesting. Like an orphan and an elephant, and it's middle grade fiction. The next one is another animal one. It's like The Rabbit's Gift by Jessica Vitalis. She also, companion to The Wolf's Curse. I hope this is the first one. So... if you ask Quincy Rabbit, humans are selfish creatures, he and the other legendary Angola Roo grow, tend, and deliver babies to any human who leaves out a bundle of purple carrots as payment. But lately the humans are requesting fewer and fewer babies and leaving out the puniest carrots. How can they survive on that? Quincy has to do something, even if the rest of the Warren thinks he's too little to make a difference. So I'm going to have to read up on The Wolf's The Wolf's Curse, to see if it's like a sequel or if it's connected in any way, but that sounds interesting. So the last one's a very popular book. I don't know if it's YA, but it's like middle grade or YA. It's probably YA, the book. And this is, let's see. Maybe this is also another historical fiction. I actually never read this book. But it says it's 1939 Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier and will become busier still. By her brother's graveside, Liesel's life is changed when she picks up a single object. I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, the name. Partially hidden in the snow. It's the Grave Digger's Handbook. Left there by accident, it's her first act of book thievery. So begins a love affair with books and words. So yeah, so this is, I probably could have included it in the historical fiction, but I'm not sure if it's possibly YA. Sometimes when I do these videos, I'll do more research after I just got these in. So yeah, So that's it for the books. And if I include any more, I'm going to share them later in her reading, that is. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I'd love for you to subscribe if you're not. If you already are, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Bye.